Hi air signs, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from Heart, and this is your week ahead. Now, I would have done it from sort of Monday going through to next Sunday, but I didn't have time to do that. So we're going to do a mid-read reading leading up to next Sunday, okay? So this is from the 7th of November through to the 11th of November, which I believe is next Sunday. Hang on, today's the 7th, 8th, Thursday, 9th, Friday, 10th. Yeah, the 11th is Sunday. So this is from the 7th today to the 11th Monday, okay? On Sunday, sorry. We're using my favourite decks at the moment, which is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot that we're using for the reading. 3 cards, and we're also going to use 2 cards from the Before Tarot. Just got these cards this week. They are the same as, oh, if I can show you, the same as the, they did an After Tarot, and they've done a Before Tarot as well, which is pretty crazy. I love both decks. They're amazing. This is just before you get that picture. Just before the Two of Cups, people clink glass, what happened before that. And then the after is show what happens after. It's really amazing. Anyway, we're going to use 2 of these cards out of here as well for advice for the next few days. So Universe Spirit, show me for Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. What is the advice that you have for Gemini, Libra and Aquarius? Week commencing 7th November 2018 to 11th November 2018 in 3 cards. Alright, let's put this down. 1, 2 and 3. So your advice for the week. Okay, we've got the 7 of Swords. That's interesting. And, you know, the 7 of Swords as advice, you need to plan carefully, because that's the 7 of Swords energy. So this is all about making those plans in the next few days. Plan carefully and have a strategy put in place, because that's your 7 of Swords energy, okay? So the advice for the week is really just to plan carefully and have a strategy put in place, okay? The Ace of Cups shows up here. It might be that you guys need to plan carefully. It might be you've got some invitation coming in here. Ace of Cups is usually about an invitation, but also this is about things that are new. So it might be that you guys need to, this week in the next few days, is put a strategy together. Put a plan of action together with that 7 of Swords energy. It could be concerning something new or something that is offered to you with that Ace of Cups energy showing here. 9 of Pentacles is a good card as well. So it might be that you were invited. It might be, you've got the 9 of Coins. So the 9 of Coins is money. The 9 of Coins is, value. The 9 of Coins is financial gain as well. Showing here. This is a retreat as well, the 9 of Coins. So it might be that you were invited on a retreat. I get the impression that this is a retreat card for some of you guys. This is a card about relaxation. I think that you're going to need to put some careful strategies and plans into place, because I think that for some of you guys in the next 4 days, you might be invited to a retreat. You might be invited to do something a little bit different to what you usually do. 9 of Coins isn't just about the money that we make, and that's not always a job card either. The 9 of Coins isn't. 7 of Coins is where with the Ace of Cups you might be invited to a new job. 8 of Coins, invited to work on a new project, for example. But the 9 of Coins is a card about comfort and relaxation, and often this can be a hotel, or this can be to take some downtime, or this can be just to go on some form of a relaxing excursion. I do feel with this 7 of Swords energy you need to plan, put a strategy in place. I think that you need to be very careful as well with some of you guys about what you're taking on, because you've got this 7 of Swords bloke, and he's got lots and lots of things. Yeah, he's stolen them probably, but he's not really stolen them. It's in broad daylight. He's taking the stuff and he's in front of people. He's showing them what he's taken. Okay, so it's almost like you guys need to be careful about what you're taking on. Okay, because you might be offered to do something nice, for example. So another thing that we could say probably with the next few days, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, be careful about what you're taking on with the 7 of Swords, because the 7 of Swords can be a card where we're taking on too much. You'll notice usually with the 7 of Swords, it's a man running off with 5 out of 7 swords. He's taking as much as he can, but he can't take the other bits because he's got too much on, far too much on. Okay, so be careful about what you're taking on here, because it might be that you're being invited to have some relaxation. It might be if you're taking too much on, guys, you're not going to have time to have that downtime. You know, it's coming up to the period where we've got, you know, the 9 of Coins can also be, well, maybe you're going away, you know, for some form of a celebration, which the Nine of Coins can mean as well. This is the card about going out to parties. It's the card of not necessarily parties, but it's definitely the card that represents going up to a nice hotel or going to a nice retreat or going on holiday or something like that. And the Ace of Cups is an invitation card. So you might be invited to do something really nice. You might be invited to do something really relaxing here. So be very careful about what you're taking on with that Seven of Swords energy. You know, make sure that you're strategizing and you're planning properly here, because you may be invited to do something quite relaxing here. And if you've got too much on your plate here, you might not be able to do these things. Okay, so if you're being invited by family or friends, the Ace of Cups energy showing, you can see lots of kids around as well, lots of people here all holding a cup. So you might be invited and they're holding the one cup. So this could look like a group of people to me that are inviting you with the Eight of Cups. You might have a group of people inviting you to do something nice. For example, to go out for a drink. Nine of Coins is also the card where you go into a nice restaurant or you're going to a nice bar. So you might be invited by a group of people to go out for a drink, you know, to go out and relax. You know, to go to the theatre with the Nine of Coins, to have a nice night out with the Nine of Coins energy. Be careful how much you're taking on with the Seven of Swords. If you're doing too much work, try and offload some of that work, because it means that you miss out on the good times. You will be missing out on something really good here in the next few days if you're taking on too much. Let's have a look at what your advice is through two cards through the Before Tarot. What is the advice that you have for the next few days for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in two cards? Alright, so we've got 1 and 2 showing here. And let's have a look what the advice is. Okay, Five of Wands can show competitiveness, it can show arguments, it can show conflicts, Geminis. But it can also show fighting for things as well, with the Five of Wands energy showing here. The Queen of Cups, let me have a look at her cup though. Is it covered or... okay, she has just picked her cup up, okay, and usually with this Queen of Cups energy, she's got her cup covered, so she's just taken the cup. Can you see the dolphin has just handed her the cup? So she's just taken this cup up. This is, the cup in terms of tarot usually means our feelings. With the Queen of Cups, I read this as somebody who's very closed to something because the cup is closed, okay. I feel here that the advice for the week with the Before Tarot is that you need to shut yourself off from any conflicts coming your way. Five of Wands I'm reading as the conflict card, and usually when I read a Queen of Cups, when she looks like this, like the Rider-Waite with the cup covered, this is somebody who is, and it's almost like the dolphin. I don't know much about dolphins, but it's almost like the dolphin is handing her this closed cup and he's saying, this is what you need to do. So it's almost like the dolphin could be somebody who's giving you advice. They're holding you the cup and they're saying, because if you look at cups and wands, they don't work well together, especially when you get an open cup and a wand. This would work well because if you've got an argument and you've got an open cup, you can get the water on that fire and it's going to dispel the argument. But really, it's almost like this is saying here, don't get into a fight. Don't get into an argument here. So I feel that the advice through the Before Tarot this week is don't get yourself involved in arguments and disputes with others. With those two cards, okay? Because this is the dispute card, the argumentative card, but her cup is not open. She's not willing to try and resolve that. You're not interested in resolving that. And it's almost like the dolphin hands you the cup and it says, right, don't open the cup to this. It's not your fight. Don't get involved. So I feel that if there's a fight between family or friends or groups of people going on, I think for some of you air signs as well, it's probably best with that Queen of Cups energy to stay away from it. All right? You need to focus on your work with this Three of Coins. People are looking at the work that you do very closely as well. So it's best not to get involved in petty arguments or fights, because this is, for some of you guys, it's a really important week. People are looking at your work and you're on the verge of change. You've got the Eight of Wands here. They're just about to go. The wands are just about to hurtle through the air. So I feel that, you know, this week there's two things really that the tarot is telling you. Number one, be very aware of what you're taking on your plate, because you've got groups of people around you who are inviting you to do nice things like drinks, dinner, you know, shows, that type of thing. So just be aware that you're going to need to strategize, because you're going to have people inviting you to do stuff for some of you guys. The second thing is, don't ingratiate yourself, don't get involved in fights here, okay? Because you've got work. People are looking at the work that you do and you're on the verge of change. Okay, that's your reading. Take care. Bye-bye.